What's up, everybody? Hope y'all had a great Christmas and are getting ready for a great new year. We are here talking about Southwest Florida housing market. This is the update with our November 2023 numbers. As always, it is a month behind, so we just passed Christmas last week of December, getting ready for the new year and looking at November's numbers. So as always, we're going to go through each county in Southwest Florida or each market in Southwest Florida that our team covers and talk through the numbers for year over year numbers. And then also we'll look at year to date. So we're going to start in the southern end, Collier County. Closed sales at 622. They're up 2.5% from a year ago. So pretty flat. Median sale price at 590 is down 9.2%. So that is a pretty significant drop for median sales price there in Collier County. And if I'm not mistaken, that might be, I have to go back and look, but I think that, we'll see when we look at how it all goes when we get to the year to date and what those numbers look like and everything. But median sale price down 9.2%. That is a big drop there. Month supply of inventory at 5.9. So we are solidly into what traditionally is considered a balanced market with between 5 and 7 months supply. And that's up significantly from a year ago. Median time to contract at 51 days. That's kind of getting back to historically what the norm is. New listings at 1,297, which is up 30% from a year ago, and pending sales at 669, down 8.2% from a year ago. So seeing these two numbers indicates to me that this is probably going to go up significantly again when we see December's numbers. And this may also go down some more. So there is still seeing some slowdown in Collier County, which, as you'll see, is not the case for every market. The market is starting, as interest rates have dropped over the last month and a half or so now. We have seen activity pick back up. And so we may be, if interest rates continue on this downward trend, which it looks like they will, a little earlier than I was anticipating, but if they continue on that trend, we're going to see the market shift back. And I think we'll see these over the next few months. I mean, it'll take a couple months before we really start to see it in most of the markets. But as you'll see in some of them, we've already started to see a swing. So Lee County here, closed sales at 1,350. That's up 6.9% from a year ago. Median sale price at 390, up 5.4%. Month supply of inventory at 5.6. So also getting in, pretty solidly into that balanced market. Median time to contract at 44 days. New listings at 2521, up 25% from a year ago. New pending sales at 14, down 6%. So that's over a 30% swing between new listings going up, new pending sales going down. So that indicates to me that even though median sale price is up, that'll probably start to flatten out. We may even see it go down a little bit for December. Charlotte County here is where we're seeing a huge change. And it's interesting because as we get further north, we see more of the shift based on what I think is because of the lower interest rates here. But Charlotte County was also the first one to show drops in everything. So closed sales at 487. That was up 58% from a year ago. So that's huge. In November of 2022, which is right after the hurricane. So September, October, the hurricane hit at the very end of September. So really October and November's numbers would be artificially low because Charlotte County did take a big hit from Hurricane Ian. And so same with Lee County as well. So those were the two hardest hit areas. But as you notice here, Lee County, it's actually up only 6.9%. So not a huge swing there, but Charlotte County, for whatever reason, is a big one. Median sale price at 353.9, down 5.6% from a year ago. Month supply of inventory is substantially into a balanced market and getting very close to touching a seller's market. But I think we'll see here how that plays out. Median time till contract at 41 days. New listings at 961. That's up 88% from a year ago. Makes sense. Again, this is a big swing. This is a big swing. New pending sales at 446 is up 14% from a year ago. So not as big of a swing here. So there's good potential that we might see this month supply of inventory hit into that 7+ and become what is traditionally, like I said, considered a buyer's market now. Housing market, Sarasota County, you got closed sales at 865. That's up 31% from a year ago. That's huge. And this is where we see, like I said, as we get further north, where we start to see what I think is the swing and the shift back towards higher prices, more activity as interest rates are dropping. Up 31% from a year ago with closed sales. And Sarasota County was not hit nearly as hard by the hurricane as Lee and Charlotte. So this should not have been nearly as much impacted by that. Median sale price, this is also an indicator of what I'm talking about, up to $499. That's up 14% from a year ago. So that's a pretty big increase. Month supply of inventory at 4.5. We're still considered a seller's market traditionally, and only 24 days to contract is also still substantially lower than the historical median back, before COVID and all that. New listings at 1561. That's up 44%. New pending sales at 806 is also up 8.2%. So this is the one, like I said, where we see pendings are up, listings are also up very substantially, but days time to contract is not really up significantly. Month supply of inventory is still considered seller. This is still up significantly, and closed sales are also up significantly. So, and then Manatee, closed sales at 766. That's up 20%. Still big increase. Median sale price down a little. Which is a little surprising with the month supply of inventory being as low as it is. It is the lowest in the areas we typically cover. 26 days median time till contract is actually down from a year ago, which is really surprising. Which this compared to this is really, really interesting. Normally you don't see both of those dropping. But I expect that because this has dropped a little bit, that maybe that's why this is dropping. And we will probably start to see this drop again pretty soon too. New listings at 1151, that's up 23%. And new pending sales at 664 is up almost 5.5%. So now let's look at the year in review so far. So Collier County, and most of these follow pretty much the traditional historic patterns that we've always seen, where first couple of months of the year, you see a little bit of climbs. March jumps. April and May are also usually high. June is high, but dropping off and really starts to fall through the rest of the year. Same here, Lee County. There's just more sales in Lee County traditionally than Collier, so that's not unusual. Same thing, but on a lower scale, and it's much flatter. Sarasota, same. Manatee, pretty much the same, with the April being a little bit funky there. But as you can see, April's a little low all the time, or a little lower than March and May typically in most of them. Median sale price, fairly flat, but as you can see, Collier hit, well, other than that 590 from September, those are the two lowest months of the year. So it has been tailing off. We started at 627, other than in April here, 657. Then it's dropped most of the year. Lee County stayed pretty darn flat between 380, 390. The highest it hit was 405. Charlotte County, very flat as well, in that 347, 353, 354. It's 360 was the highest. Sarasota County prices are actually climbing. They've stayed pretty flat, but they've climbed the last couple of months. And then Manatee County, we had a little bit of a spike in April, May, June, and then it dropped back down, but pretty much flat across the year overall. So really the only one that's really seen a significant change is Sarasota. You've jumped quite a bit over the course of the year. Month supply of inventory, as we've talked about, has climbed every single area. And as always, our contact info. So if you've got any questions on how this these changes in the market overall will impact you and what you're trying to accomplish, whether it's buying, selling, or whatever, here's how you can reach me. Give me a shout if you got any questions. Love to talk to you. And thanks for watching, everybody.